I'm never gonna get to do the video that I initially wanted to put out. But we got breaking news again. I tried to tell people Walmart has something up their sleeve, and they did it once again. Now, people thought I was crazy talking about Walmart and the bikes they're coming out with. They kind of downplayed them, didn't think that people would take them serious. I tried to tell people, normal people don't care about all this fancy extra stuff that nobody even knows what it means. I don't even think the people who review the stuff even knows what any of the stuff means, if I'm being honest. But I try to tell people, Walmart did it again. They came out with an electric e-bike now, an e-gravel, which is crazy. Now, when I went to visit them about a year and a half ago, they showed me the full suspension bike. They told me they had some stuff planned, and I didn't know that they would be doing this kind of stuff, but they've really come out swinging. And the funny thing is, I think the bike industry, and when I say the bike industry, all the big brand companies that were here making good bikes long before Walmart was making good bikes, they laid the groundwork for Walmart to be successful, and that's crazy in my opinion. Now, they came out with the Ozark Trail Ridge at first, and that was a pretty good bike for the price. A lot of people bought that bike. Then they came out with the gravel bike, and that was a bike that I tried out. Somebody in the comments said, hey, you should go try the new Walmart gravel bike out. And I said, it's $248, let me go try it out. I tried it out and it blew my mind. And that's when the whole Ozark Trail thing came onto my radar, because I never knew about it before that video when I talked about the Ozark Trail G1 Explorer. So thanks to that subscriber for letting me know to go check that out. But Walmart invited me out to the headquarters. They didn't fly me out or anything like that. I was already in Bentonville, and they said, hey, do you want to stop by and check out some of the stuff we got going on? I said, of course I do. And they said they watched my video on the gravel bike. And this is what I mean when I said these other companies laid the groundwork for Walmart. They listened to everything I said in that video, even the brakes and all kind of stuff. The tires needed to be wider. The brakes were squeaking. They put wider tires on there. They fixed the brakes. They put a better drivetrain on the bikes now. So what they do is they really listen to the customers. They go into the groups, the Facebook groups, things like that, see what people are saying. And they go back and take all that information in and try to put out a product that could reach the masses that a lot of people would be interested in, a lot of normal people, which is what I think most people are when they ride bikes. They just want to ride something quality, durable, and that's affordable. And when I say they laid the groundwork for Walmart, I mean, how long has it been? And Trek or Specialized or anybody with entry-level bikes, none of them have put modern standards. And what they would, the bike industry is who came up with these modern standard things, and they won't even put them on the entry-level bikes. They want you to get a bike and ride it, and then end up buying a new bike that has all that stuff on it. But Walmart came in and said, why don't we just make an affordable bike with all that stuff on there? Which is what I've been saying this whole time. Why has nobody ever done that? And now I feel good about the videos I've been putting out, because the more I ride, the more I realize none of this expensive stuff makes sense to the average person like myself. And I was thinking, am I going crazy? Or do these standards need to be on these entry-level bikes? And Walmart came in and showed us it's possible to put that on entry-level affordable bikes. And I wouldn't even call Walmart bikes entry-level, because you could upgrade them as much as you want. So I guess you can call them entry level out of the box, but you could turn them into pro level bikes if you wanted to. Now let's seriously think about this for a second. How long has Walmart been making bikes? And when have people ever taken Walmart bikes seriously? Pretty much never, not that I can remember. And now all of a sudden, after all that time, you telling me they could just come right in and make the bikes as affordable and what we want as quickly as they have, and these other companies haven't been able to do that. How do these companies not know that it doesn't really make sense to nickel and dime people and play games? When people go to upgrade them, they realize that they can't upgrade them. So it's like they they kind of like trick you a little bit, if I'm being honest. And I know some people probably get mad about that, but I mean, I feel like that's the truth. I feel like when I had my Trek Marlin 6, I tried to upgrade the fork. I didn't know that I couldn't upgrade the fork. Nobody ever told me that until I went and tried to do it. And for a Walmart bike, pretty much every Ozark Trail bike to be able to do that is kind of incredible. And the bikes have only been out since 2023. So about 3 years now, the Ozark Trails have been out, and they've been able to make a huge statement in the bike world that fast. So it's interesting how they've been able to sit back and watch and see what these other companies aren't doing and how they can come into the market and satisfy those customers such as myself that want to get into the sport but don't want to spend a ton of money. But when I do want to upgrade my bike, I'm able to do that. I don't have to buy a whole new bike. So if you think about it, it's kind of crazy how they did it. A lot of us thought the bike industry was dead. And now Walmart has shown that it's not dead. Spending a ton of money on bikes is dead. And Walmart showed that because as you can see, the Ozark Trail Fast Flow is never in stock. There's no bike you can get at that price for what you get for the price on the market anywhere. And that's why that bike can't stay in stock. And the big selling point of these other companies, frame material or does this and this. All these bikes are durable nowadays. I mean, good quality aluminum is hard to break. So these Ozark Trails are well put together. They have warranties if something does happen to it. I think the warranty is only like $50 or $70. And I'm starting to think maybe that's where they make their money, off the warranties. Because who wouldn't put a $50 or $70 warranty on a bike that you plan to take out on the trails and beat up anyway? I'm not sure how good those warranties are, but they're there if you want them. Now, I know I might get a lot of heat for this one, but I just got to keep it real. I was feeling bad about this whole Walmart situation. But once I really started to think about it, and I think about what they told me when I was at Walmart, and even through text, because I still text the guy that I know through Walmart. After everything they told me, I really don't feel bad. And let me tell you why. And I'm not supporting big business or anything like that. This is just my personal opinion, generalizing the whole situation. Like I said, how long has Walmart been making bikes? They could have done this a long time ago if they wanted to. But I think they sat back and saw how many people were interested in bikes. They saw people's videos like mine, and they went to the drawing board and said, hey, there's an unsatisfied market in the bike industry that we can probably fill. And the reason I don't feel bad is because these companies could have done that. Now, they have pretty nice entry-level bikes, but they put this label on the whole thing as modern standards when they don't even give you the modern standards, and you paying upwards of $1,000, $1,500, and you still can't get those standards. And then Walmart comes and they give you those standards, first of all, with the Ozark Trail dual slalom at $498. So they were giving you those modern standards for under $500, and you got to pay upwards of $1,500 with other brands. And I don't feel bad because I feel like they could have done that. Just imagine if Specialized or Trek, I'm not trying to single out anybody, but those are the two biggest ones and the names that pop up in my head. But think about if one of those companies did what Walmart is doing. People would go crazy and those bikes would fly off the shelves. But in my opinion, I don't think they want to do that. And I don't think they ever thought that Walmart would ever do something like this. And if you think about it, it's not surprising because they invested so much money in the trails in Bentonville. Why wouldn't they want to put more of their bikes on the trails and on the roads, just everywhere? So I think if these other companies that were already around, already established, would have done something like this, and Walmart tried to come in and do something like this, I don't think Walmart would have been able to really have a big effect because they don't have the brand recognition or the confidence in people to go from what they know to Walmart. Because it's like, why would I go to Walmart if where I'm where I'm already getting my bikes at a pretty decent fair price. Why would I go to Walmart for the same thing, just pay cheaper for it? So if you think about it, Walmart came in and did what they won't do at a more affordable price than the bikes that they have without the stuff. So yeah, just think about that for a second. They wouldn't give you the modern standards on affordable entry-level bikes, and Walmart comes in and gives you all of that at a way more affordable price than the bikes that cost double, triple the price of the Walmart bike without that stuff. So that's why I don't feel bad, because they could have literally not allowed this to happen, but unfortunately it did. And I think Walmart is like a freight train just going downhill, and you can't stop it at this point, because they've come out with the e-mountain bike, the Ozark Trail Ridge Pro, now an e-gravel bike, and both of those bikes got mid-drive motors. And let me tell you something about the e-gravel bike that I saw. They got the same, if I'm not mistaken, the same mechanical hydraulic disc brakes. I'm really not sure how it works, but it's mechanical and hydraulic at the same time. They got those same brakes on the new e-gravel bike as I have on my $1,900 road bike. And then on the drivetrain of that bike, they have the same drivetrain, or the same derailleur, I should say, as my brand new Marin Nicasio Plus. So the Marin Nicasio Plus is like $1,100-$1,200, but I got it for $800. I got it on a big discount. And then you got the Fuji bike that I got with those brakes, that's the same ones that you got on the e-gravel bike. That bike is $1,900. So you got a $1,200 bike with brakes on it from a $1,900 bike and a derailleur. And I'm not sure if it's the same drivetrain or not, or cassette or whatever, but the same derailleur as a $1,100-$1,200 bike with Maxxis tires, and it's tubeless compatible. That's just incredible. And I do think some of these bigger companies could have done that. They just chose not to. Walmart came in, they sat back, read all the comments. They go through all the Facebook groups, seeing what people like, what they don't like, and they try to make the best bikes possible, and they've been able to do it. I mean, I don't know anybody that's looking for an affordable bike who would say, no, these bikes are not good enough. I mean, they plenty good enough for me, and I got a whole lot of bikes, and I've tried so many different bikes. Oh man, this is crazy. I mean, I can't believe the bike industry literally laid out the blueprint for Walmart to come in and get that everyday customer that I feel drives the bike industry. So I'm super curious to see what happens and how they sell, but I don't think Walmart would have been invested in a lot of these different bikes if they didn't see something that was worth investing in. But let me know what you think down below. I just have to make this video real quick because I just think the bike industry set themselves up for Walmart to come in and take over.